sign of shedding tears. All this money, power, fame, and I can't make you reappear, but I'll wipe them though.
Los Angeles police have arrested a suspect in the murder of rap star Nipsey Hussle, who was shot dead on Sunday in front of his LA clothing store. 29-year-old Eric Holder is a known gang member, but police believe he had a personal dispute with Nipsey. Last night there was chaos at a vigil for the murdered musician after a man brandished a gun. At least 19 people were injured, ratcheting up tensions in this neighborhood. Nipsey was known there for his community activism, fighting gang violence and trying to improve people's lives. Today, the CBC's Kim Brunhuber heard firsthand what Nipsey meant to people in that neighborhood and to ask whether anyone else will try to take up his mission to make a difference.
Here they come down the alley, 25 at a time, under the watchful eyes of the LAPD. These days, authorities don't even trust the community to mourn in peace. The street outside Nipsey Hussle's store, Marathon Clothing, was shut down after a vigil last night turned violent. So Corey Jones pays his respects from behind the police tape.
You start off small, you know what I'm saying?
Jones used to see the man he calls Nip around the neighborhood, and like his idol, Jones has his own clothing line. 10 years ago, Nipsey was selling socks and t-shirts in the parking lot. Then he came back and bought this building and planned to buy more, hoping to stave off gentrification that was nibbling away at this historically black neighborhood.
It was like we going backwards. Now we about to go backwards. Like, who else gonna come out here and open up their own business in the community?
Van Babers, who volunteers at a ministry next door to Nipsey's store, still can't believe his neighbor is gone.
If you ask me about his music, I have very little knowledge of that. But I do know the man, and I'm telling you, he's inspirational.
His legacy, one of empowerment.
We could buy stuff, we could own stuff. That was his key thing.
Now, the Nation of Islam, which has been trying to broker peace in the area since Nipsey's death, says it's time for another black star to grab the baton.
So what Nipsey was doing need to be expanded. You know, so the Snoop Dogg's of the world, the Dr. Dre's of the world, they need to come and finish his legacy.
For the community, this is a wake-up call.
Anti-violence advocates say education is the only way to stop these arguments that end with the winner in jail and the loser in the cemetery.
We have to work at it as a public health issue and not a gang issue, not something that comes into the community to hurt us. These are our own children and community members that are hurting us the most.
The first test, he says, Nipsey's funeral. If the community can get through that without further bloodshed, he says, that's a start. Kim Brunhuber, CBC News, Los Angeles.